Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is YAHMAD. So it's been a while since I made some videos, but hopefully in the next couple of days I will be making H1T, H1T1 papers for the CIE ICT IGCSE course. So today we're going to be looking at paper 3 from the February-March 2021 paper, and we're going to be focusing on data analysis, which is the spreadsheet part of this paper. So paper 3 is a practical paper which is 2 hours and 30 minutes long. There's also a HTML section and we will be completing this at another point. So let's go down to the spreadsheet part. I think it's page 6. Yep. Okay, so task 5, data analysis. You're going to use a spreadsheet to analyze the annual donations given by each region. All currency values must be in dollars to 2 decimal places. So this is really important. Use the most efficient method for each task. So for question 11, what we need to do is we need to open and examine a file mh1t1 income.csv in a spreadsheet package. So we're going to be using Microsoft Excel. So go to your source folder, double click and open up the mh1t1 income file. Okay. You can increase the size of the columns to see all the data. Okay, and these are different donations made for charities. Yeah, for each region. So annual donations actually doesn't mention anything about charities. So it's basically annual donations given by each region. So let's go back and have a look at here. Okay, so you've got the different regions here: North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Oceania. And then you got different quarters. So this is the first quarter of the year, the second quarter, the third, and so on, the fourth quarter. Right, so what we need to do now is to place the text last edited by. Let me just copy that. Followed by a space, your name, center number and candidate number center aligned in the footer. So to insert a header and footer, you can simply search for header and footer up here. Sometimes it's quite difficult to find the icons. We can go to the footer and in the middle, center aligned, we need to insert this information. So last edited by space, include your name. So my name is YAHMAD. Comma, space, and for center number I will use 5, 6, 7, 8. Obviously you guys need to refer to your own details in the exam, and then for candidate number I'll use 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. So you can click anywhere on the cell or anywhere on the Excel file and then go to view normal to get back to normal view. So you will only see the header and footer once you go to the print preview, and you can see the footer appears here at the bottom of each page. Okay, so that's that part done. Okay, save this as a spreadsheet with a file name mh1t1 ocean _ center number and then candidate number. Okay, so let me copy that. So it's really important we do save as an Excel workbook. Yep, so it says here save as a spreadsheet. So what that means is you're saving it as an Excel workbook, which means your formulas will be saved as well. So we can save into the same folder. And for center number, we said we will use 5, 6, 7, 8. And then for the candidate number, 1, 2, 3, 4. Double check you're saving as an Excel workbook. Yep. Done. Okay. Delete rows 2 and 3 of the spreadsheet. So let's do question 12. Okay. So let me double check again. 2 and 3. So yeah. You can highlight both these rows here. You can right click on the numbers and then you can click on delete. Okay, done. The next question, question 13, format a spreadsheet to look like this. Okay, let's have a look at the number of marks. 10 marks available for this question. Okay, so let me read this information first, and then we'll go ahead and format the spreadsheet. So format the merged cell in row 1 to contain black 48-point text on a yellow background. So this is something we'll come back to in a moment. We'll also do this one in a moment as well. But first of all, we can see here these cells have been merged. Okay, this cell here has been merged as well, and then these cells have also been merged as well, and then we have shading as well, and you can see these cells here have been merged. So let's start the first row. So we're merging from A to I. Okay, so highlight the cells, and go to Home, Merge and Center, and then you'll notice we're not being given a size of the row height, but you can see this has increased, so it probably covers the space of 4 normal rows. So I'm going to come down to about this point here. So actually, I think that will be fine. Okay, done. We'll do the shading at the end, so the yellow background and formatting of the text at the end. So now this cell here in row 2 is merged from C to I as well. So C to I. You can click on Merge and Center again. Okay, and then rows 4 to 7. So each quarter is merged over 4 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, done. And I want to check to see if we need to do anything else. For merging, yeah, these two, row 21 and 22. Okay, and we'll change the alignment at the end. I think both of these are aligned to the right hand side. Right, okay, let's go ahead and format the first row. So format the merged cell in row 1 to contain black 48-point text. Okay, I'm just checking to see if there's anything about serif or sans serif. No, there isn't. So let's make the text. Let me have a look at the picture. Yeah, it looks like Arial or a sans serif type of font. So we save it as it is or leave it as it is. So 48 on a yellow background. Okay, so let me change the background to yellow. You can click to choose a color as well. Okay, that's that one done. Okay, format the merged cells in row 2, which is going to be this row here. Okay, and merge cells between A4 and A19. So A4 to A19, so these cells here, to contain a black 18-point text on a grey background. Okay, so the text in these cells have to be black on a grey background. And also 18 points. Okay, so let me increase the size of these texts. Okay, 18, that's done. And on a grey background. There we go. Done. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is the formatting, so any alignment which is included in that, and you can see some headings are bold as well. Okay, so it does look like the heading here is bold. Okay, and these headings, they also look like they are bold, and let's center align this information vertically and horizontally in the cells. Okay, done. Right, these headings here look like they are bold also, and they are center aligned. These headings here look like they are right aligned, and the totals are bold. Okay. And these figures should also be right aligned. Okay, and they look bold as well, and it looks like there's grey shading in these cells as well. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to apply the formatting for the currencies. All currencies should appear in dollars, and that was stated at the top of the paper as well, as you can see. Okay, so this is 10 marks, guys, so it's worth taking your time to double check everything has been done as it should be. So let's just highlight all of this together. Click on a dollar sign here. Okay, done. And you can see the total rows are shaded as well. So let me highlight and shade the total rows. Done. Now, one thing that's not clear and I'm not sure about is, are we going to include borders or not, grid lines? Let me just check the printouts later on. So that's a Formula One. It doesn't say anything about showing the borders. So I'm just going to do it anyway, because I think it's something that we do anyway. I'm not sure if you'll gain any marks for this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, and I think we have finished the formatting now of this spreadsheet. Let me just double check now. You'll see hashtags because obviously the data is not shown in full, so you can increase the size of the columns if you wanted to. And let me double check everything. Yeah, let me check it to see the first two rows are center aligned. Yes, that's done. These headings are bold, center aligned. One thing I haven't done is you can see all of these currency values seem to be right aligned. Okay, so it's a good thing that I double checked. Let me actually change this. If I right click, go to format cells, currency, and let me just select the dollar sign like this. Yeah, I think it's better if we do that. And make it right aligned. Right click, format cells, currency. Right click, format cells, currency. Right click, format cells, currency. And I think I'm happy, and we can continue on to the next part. Okay. Enter functions in the appropriate cells to calculate the total income for each quarter for each region. Okay, so we basically need to use equal sums. Okay, no. Sorry, let me just stop. Let me read the question again. So we need to enter functions in appropriate cells to calculate the total income for each quarter for each region. Okay, so we're going to be adding up these totals for each region for each quarter. Okay, so equal sum. Let's highlight these values here. So from C4 to C6, close the bracket. And then what we can do, we can drag this across. So this is now the second quarter for North America. Close the bracket. So C8 to C10. And the equal sum function will obviously add up the values from the cells in the ranges, or in the range. Okay, sum. This time we're looking at the third quarter for North America. Then we can drag this across. Equals sum. Done. Okay. Okay, now enter functions in appropriate cells in column I to calculate the total income for each month and each quarter. So column I is going to be this one here. Okay, so we want the totals for each month and each quarter. Okay, so the totals for each month will be in here. So that will be the total for January, taking these values here, going across. And then total for each quarter will be here, which will add up January, February, March. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So equal sum. We can highlight from C4 to H4. Close the bracket. Drag this down. Okay, and then equal sum to add up the total quarter amount, and we can repeat the steps. So equal sum and then you can drag this down and then equal sum. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these formulas into here. Okay, let me double check to see what I've done is right. Yeah, so you can see you can click on the different ranges to see. Yeah, so we're looking at this range here. This total is looking at this range of cells, which is fine. This total is looking at this range of cells, which is fine. Yeah. If you want to check your formulas before we move forward, you can do. Yeah, happy with that. Just double checking the ranges. Yeah, happy with that. Great. Okay. Question 15. Enter functions in appropriate cells in column I. I think we've just done that one. Okay. Okay, so what we need to do now for question 16 is enter formula into appropriate cells to calculate the annual total income for each region. Okay, so the annual total is here. Okay, and we need to total up each quarter. So this plus this plus this plus this. And notice it says use a formula. So we're not going to use the sum function, we're going to use a formula. Okay, so it's really important you do pay attention to the small details. Okay, so annual total. So equal this cell here plus this cell plus this cell plus this cell. So we're basically adding up all the quarters for each region. Okay, that's the answer there. Okay, we've got to do it for each region. So what we can do is we can then drag this across to this point here. Okay, not the total, just up to this point. And you can double check to see if we're adding the same or we're adding from the correct cells. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, question 17. So we're actually close to the end at this point. Enter functions in the appropriate cells to calculate the average of the quarterly total for each region. Okay, so what we need to do is use the average function. So if I type in here equal average, so we need to work out the average by using the values from the quarter or quarters. So that's the first value, comma. That's the second value, comma. That's the next value, comma, and then that's the next value. And then we can close the bracket. And that's the average. So we had 35, 78, 81, and 51, and the average is around 61. Okay. Right. And what I'm going to do now is, because we have to do it for each region, we can drag it across like this. Right, that's that done. Apply appropriate formatting to cells containing numeric values. So have we included dollar signs? Yes, we have. Let me just increase the size of this cell here. Okay. Done. I'm just checking to see. If you want, guys, you can put a board in here. It doesn't say, but you can do if you want, okay? Okay. Right, we're going to move on to the next question now. Okay. So guys, I was just reading something. I was double checking actually the mark scheme now regarding the borders, and I'm looking to see if there's a mark for borders. No, there isn't. Actually, no, yes, there is a mark available for cell borders visible. Okay, so I was just double checking. So it's not asked for borders, but there was one mark in the mark scheme for borders. So it's a good thing I did it. Okay, so question 19. Now what we need to do is to save the spreadsheet. Really, you should be saving every step. Okay, every time you do a formula, you should be saving. Print your spreadsheet showing the formula. So if I click on here, show formulas, you can decrease the size of each column or increase to make sure the formulas are showing. Okay, make that a bit bigger. So what you don't want is to print off half your formulas cut off. Okay, happy with that. So we're going to show the row and column headings. The page is going to be landscape. So let me go to File and Print and change to landscape. Then go to No Scaling Options, Custom Scaling Options, Landscape. Normally when I do print formulas, I do print 2 pages wide, 1 page tall, and we'll have a look in a moment to see how that looks. And then we need to include the row and column headings. So normally when you do print formulas off, you have to show the row and column headings. Still not fitting to 2 pages wide, so let me just check why it's not fitting. or we can just print it to one page. Actually, I think that will be fine. All of the formulas are visible. Yeah, so I think printing it to one page should be fine in this example. Once you're happy, you can send this to the printer. Double check your details are in the header. Okay, there's nothing specific about how many pages we should be printing it on. So if you feel like you want to print it across more pages, you can do, but I think one page in this example should be fine. So check to see, you can see the row and column headings. So these are the letters and the numbers down the side. Page is landscape, and all contents are fully visible and can easily be read. Yeah, that looks fine to me. If you're not happy, then what you can do is you can go to custom scaling options and increase this number here, so we can print on a number of pages going across. Okay, so if you're not happy that the formula is not being shown, you can do this instead, but I think one page will be fine. Okay, so that's the formula printout. Okay, done. Okay, let's go down. To finish off, we're going to now print off the spreadsheet showing the values. So what we need to do now is to take off the formulas and make sure all of the information is shown in full. Issue here. I'm just checking to see if anything is cut off. I'm just going to increase the size of these columns here slightly. Maybe that's a bit too much. Okay, that's fine, and maybe slightly increase that one there as well. Okay, so we're going to fit. Now it's been specific to a single page. Row and column headings are not displayed, and contents of the cells are fully visible. So it doesn't say anything about landscape or portrait. So you can decide what's best for you. I'm going to leave it as landscape. We're going to take off the row and column headings. Yeah, make sure it fits to one page, wide or one page tall. Take off the row and column headings. Yeah, and double check your details are shown in the footer. It should be on one page, which it is. And yes, we can go ahead and we can print this out. Okay, so we've come to the end of this paper. I think it was fairly straightforward. There's lots of things we have to do regarding formatting, but apart from that, I think it was actually quite a decent paper. So 25 marks in total. So I'm assuming this paper there's going to be more marks in the HTML section. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. Please drop your comments below, and good luck if you have exams coming up soon. Take care, all the best. Bye.